hello.
Yeah.
Uh, how are the dogs doing tonight?
Okay.
That's good. At least they're doing better.
Yeah, I mean, my sister might have to help with baby tomorrow because she might have stuff stuck to her, and, well,
Ah,
yeah, I can't. It's dried up, so I can't really take it off myself.
that's fair. I get it.
Yeah, it's a thing where I need two people.
They're I'm sorry. They're as dead as Michael. Ooh, that's good.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to go the whole 9 yards on it, so I simplified it to Michael.
Still, that's funny.
Yeah. Well, I have the firmware update. I don't see no expiration date crap on, at least on games I already bought digital.
It applies to new games.
It,
Is apparently what the issue is.
it applies to new ones. Well, we don't know the full exactly what it is. The only thing we have to go off of it are what Doomers are saying, and a single chat support message, which for all we know could have been written by AI. Because you know how chat assistants nowadays love to use AI more than ever.
Well, I certainly hope so. That's the case. Because it's like you said, that would be downright suicidal for PlayStation.
Well, it's not that they take the game out of your account. It's that it's like you have to log back in. You would have to log back in to renew the license, but there's no reason to do that for stuff you buy. So yeah, it'd be suicide.
Talking about Sony's what everyone thought was a bug, but is actually their new policy.
Supposedly new policy. Like, we don't have official word from Sony themselves. All we have is a single chat support agent, which I was just telling Miles could have very well been an AI response.
Yeah.
So, until there's official word from Sony on it, yeah. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if it was official, considering Sony seems to be running a marathon for how much scummy shit they can get away with.
It's like they saw Microsoft or the Xbox brand dying and immediately decided to just push their luck as far as they could.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when you get the game loaded up, just get us invited and we can get started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Gotta eject Dollhouse for the final time because I finished it the other day. Michael was not the train wreck I was expecting, but, like, I can definitely see why people were calling it propaganda. Like, I kind of figured it wouldn't touch on, like, the complicated part of his life, because the trailer pretty much was talking about the early days. But, like, the way that movie tells it, that movie would have you believe that Michael Jackson's entire life was built around spiting his dad. Because, like, the closest thing to a storyline that movie has is, like, Michael's apparently, like, decades-long quest to just, get free of his dad, like, making him do stuff with his family.
So you said there actually are, like, inkling, although heavily toned down, but there are inklings of, like, the Michael, or like, Michael's darker side.
Like, there are bits where are some subtle bits that I guess because I'd heard so much bad about the movie caught me by surprise, where it does kind of get into, like, the a little bit of the darker psychology of Michael Jackson. Like, he has a conversation with his mom. This one's kind of spelled out, but it's still there, where he has a bunch of, you notice he has a bunch of animals around all the time, and they say it's because, like, he doesn't have any friends. One thing I didn't mention in my Letterboxd entry that I'm thinking of now is his dad has a line where he says, nobody, like, once you leave these walls or like this house, nobody will understand you, which feels like kind of foreshadowing for his for what would happen later. But like it does show it doesn't focus on them, like it pokes through in subtle bits, but it basically does kind of paint a portrait of a severely like neurotic and damn it, I had the word for it, a very neurotic and kind of high strung person. But it's also kind of notable how like the whole 3 obstacles that Michael encounters in the movie, none of them are his fault. Like there's his dad trying to hold back his career. There's MTV. He has a brief scuffle with them because MTV took a long time to feature black artists apparently, and the big third act thing that threatens to derail his career is a stage accident where his head catches fire.
I feel like I vaguely remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Does it talk about?
And again, that's kind of.
Does the movie talk about his time filming The Wiz by chance?
Doesn't even mention it. When was the Wiz?
I think 78.
Okay, yeah, because the movie's time frame ends in the 80s, and I want to say it ends in like 88 or 89, and it doesn't even mention The Wiz.
Yeah, that was like the one major movie role he had. So wait, if it ends in the late 80s, does it start showing him turning white?
There are teases to it throughout, like it keeps kind of ominously showing that he keeps his hand covered with a glove at all times because that's where it started. But like,
by the way, real quick, I have
it teases towards it, but it doesn't show it.
I was just gonna say real quick, I do have a waypoint to a side quest that we can pick up.
Okay, okay, yeah, it's not on mine yet. So.
And there is also a side quest in here that we can also pick up. I just remembered.
Okay.
So,
I see the exclamation there.
So, like, is it not worth? I assume it's not really worth it, though. In the end.
The movie is very much made for Michael Jackson fans who just kind of well, I think Martin from Double Toasted, who did get that feeling, said it best. It's for people that kind of like. To have Michael back for like 2 hours, basically. Like my mom, my aunt, and my dad. I know my mom and my aunt are big Michael Jackson fans, and but yeah, they really liked it. But if you're not a fan of Michael Jackson, there's not really a reason to watch it because you're not really going to learn anything from it, and it truncates most of the songs that are in the movie. You would probably be better off just watching the actual music videos.
So like, I guess the thing I'm most curious about when it comes to the songs so with Thriller, does it like get into the part, like the part of the song where it's 'cause it's a thriller?
So what they do with Thriller is they show Michael like putting the album together. They show him getting the inspiration from those horror movies. But when they show is, you know, that part of the music video where the camera's panning around, it's showing the zombies, and it shows Michael is zombified.
Yeah.
That's where it picks up, and then they basically show the rest from like alternate angles because it's showing them filming it. So like that, and some of the other songs like Billie Jean, it's like they cut off the beginning because they want to get to the parts everyone knows.
Oh, Ashnik, I was about to say yeah. Okay. So like, how's the directing itself? Because like Antoine Fuqua is a very talented director.
I think it's decently directed enough. The only like weird quirk I noticed is, and this was probably intentional, there are a lot of scenes where where Michael's or someone else is performing in a big stadium. It always starts with a big pan over the stadium to show how many people are in it. But it's almost the exact same shot every time he does it. I think it's directed fine enough.
Okay. Well, and I guess I am glad that I don't want Jafar Jackson to derail it. Like I want him to have a career, it's just there. It's just at the same time, I am a little like.
Yeah, his
I'm
public statements did not help did not help things.
Well, I don't think Jafar Jackson was the one making public statements or anything. Oh, I guess the quest isn't over here anymore. I guess
I didn't select it. There we go.
No, well, no. There was another quest that looked like we could pick up over there. But,
it came.
But I guess the quest we picked up was that quest. So like there were multiple quest locations multiple locations you could pick it up at.
I broke a zombie's legs. Oh my.
Why is this guy invincible to all my attacks, or was?
Because zombies and firefighter outfits can resist fire and acid.
Let me show you how a firefighter fights them. Never mind. The slobber.
Alright, I'll get my electrocutioner thing done.
God damn it! Somebody revive me.
Are you? There you are.
Jada,
son of a bitch, I got attacked.
Somebody.
I got you.
Jada, have you noticed the title of the video? Of the stream?
There is dead as Michael. Oh no.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna be struggling to come up with titles for these, so.
That's cool.
Honestly, that one worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I knew is that you were gonna be talking about that movie, so.
Yeah,
I guess you could call it in the daytime. I guess you could call it Day of the Day of the Dead or something.
Daywalkers or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
no, that's more vampire. Oh hey, zombie crawling on the sand. That was kind of a neat touch.
For a second, for some reason, I thought you were about to say zombie potatoes.
That too.
Did
done with
did the BMC dude ever explain why he called it that?
If he did, it would have been in that live stream where we just went over my old videos, but I don't think he ever explained it. I don't think he explained it.
Yeah, the only thing I know he explained is what the BMC name stood for.
Yeah.
Lots of people were assuming BMC stood for, Basement Movie Corporated or something. What it actually stood for was, some kind of French word.
Yeah.
I forget.
I thought it was... I thought it was because, one of the first games I tried to get on Steam was The Moonwalking Dead, and they wanted to spoof AMC.
Ah.
Were they gonna... I wonder if they were gonna parody the Gimple Speed.
Yeah, Miles is learning a lot about Gimple Speak, and soon he'll be learning about boomerang storytelling.
God, I am so not looking forward to that because I actually did have an early taste of that because again, I've seen up to halfway the midway point of season 6, and I was already goddamn noticing the Gimple Speed.
The boomerang storytelling starts to get really bad in season 6. Season 4 and 5 are not that bad with it. That 6 is where it really ramps up, and then 7 and 8 is, where it begins to affect the pacing.
Oh, looks like we gotta go.
God damn, this zombie does not want to die.
Okay, we gotta go to
Marvel
Studios where it says there's an available...
No spoilers in the chat neither. You are not gonna like the stunts they pull in Season 6.
I love how we're up to the part. 1 second, I'm trying to kill this zombie. I've been putting way too much time in this to go. Let it go. Okay, it's finally fucking dead. 1 second, let me loot the corpse.
About to say also, have you by any chance done spec'd your character yet, for with your cards and whatnot?
I went through the cards after last session. I think. I remember I souped up my jump kick because I had a different jump kick equipped, the one that seems to do less because I had a card for it, but the card I went with seems to do better for it.
But yeah, so it looks like there are a few locations that are going to have side quests for us to do, so we can travel to those once we're done. Once we're done with once we're done with this one.
Okay. I will say though, they one thing they do show in Michael, even though it's not around for very long, they show him getting Bubbles the chimp. I kept thinking of Primate and him clawing someone's face, and how awesome the movie would be if Bubbles clawed someone's face off.
Well, Bubbles the chimp was real, and the real Michael Jackson did have him as a pet, and there was no incident, and apparently Bubbles is still alive.
Wow.
Like,
sorry,
apparently he's been staying at, like, some kind of conservation area, like some kind of zoo or conservation place. But they've said that, yeah, he's very old. He probably won't be around too much longer, but no, he's still alive.
Yep. Like, Bubbles is in the movie, but he's barely in the movie. Like, they make a big deal out of Michael getting him, but then he doesn't really do much.
Okay.
Which that was another thing that the movie... Yeah, we're good. Another thing the movie does, it foreshadows it brings up Peter Pan and Neverland a lot, but it's like you can tell on paper it's supposed to be foreshadowing the Neverland Ranch, but in reality it's like it feels like maybe it's foreshadowing like a break from reality or something, that he's obsessed with this fantasy place.
So yeah, we need to go to Monarch Studios.
Okay. Day or night, we have our option.
It doesn't matter. Like, honestly, I just prefer day because stumbling around in the night.
Yeah. I've done enough stumbling around. Dollhouse's levels are almost completely pitch black except for the small circle that's illuminated by your flashlight.
Oh, by the way, apparently there's talk that we might be getting... because there was a comic co-written by Quentin Tarantino that crossed over Django and Zorro. Apparently, there's even talk that we might be getting a movie adaptation of that comic where Django meets Jamie Foxx's Django meets potentially Antonio Banderas and Zorro.
I did like I watched The Mask of Zorro for Letterboxd a while ago. It was pretty good. Legend of Zorro, I've heard, is crap though.
Yeah, the sequel that they rushed out. Or not rushed out, but the sequel.
That, and I think they toned it down to be more family-friendly.
Yeah, he's got a cute kid sidekick in the second one, I think.
Yeah, because I think Legend of Zorro is just PG, while Mask of Zorro got the full PG-13. Like, Mask of Zorro feels a lot like what Pirates of the Caribbean would be like. And I
remember seeing those I remember seeing it and liking it, but it has been a very long time. I'm working on it.
Well, we've got some fire all over you, so frickin' Beavis is... Okay. Beavis is trying to get some fire on you.
Yeah. There's an internet guy who is like just a complete like joke. His name is Brandon Beavis. He's British.
Oh.
He's one of those guys. He's a guy who's like really wants to be famous, but doesn't really have a talent for doing to get there. So it's like he was viral for a little bit for not being able to chew his food correctly because of all the or at least pretending like he couldn't chew, basically just not chewing correctly, and eventually to try and get famous and keep bringing in money without really having to work, he turned to doing gay porn with his mom.
What?
I'm sorry. All I heard was gay porn with his mom.
How is
this
that?
Guy who really wants to be famous online, and
how is that gay porn if it's the opposite gender?
He did gay porn, and then he got his mom into porn, and you can hear his voice to tell that he's in the video.
Huh.
So, and that still didn't go anywhere. So, like now, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing these days.
Dee Dee. What are we gonna meet Dexter's sister?
Yeah, and then
I do not-
for some reason, like the Dexter's Lab episode that sticks in my head is the one where all he can say is omelette du fromage. Like freaking, he uses an invention to try and learn French in one night so he can do well on a test. But then the invention goes haywire. He wakes up because it's like a record, and like it gets stuck on omelette du fromage, which is how you say cheese omelet in French. And so, like, literally the whole night he's hearing omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage, and then that just gets stuck in his brain. That's all he can say. But it actually works out. Apparently, omelette du fromage is like the meaning of life, and he keeps getting all these awards. Literally the only question on the test is omelette du fromage. Like, he becomes a celebrity, and then at the very end of the episode, he can't enter his lab because omelette du fromage is not the password, and then he gets the password wrong too many times. So, as a failsafe, the lab goes into self-destruct, and it's an overdramatic end as he breaks down crying, and Dee Dee freaking starts dancing around him going, "That's all you can say! That's all you can say!" It's very messed up, but fucking the execution of it's hilarious.
Yeah. Ooh, my fire sword goes fast. Oh, I got DD09, the robot.
Yeah, I picked it up. That's a robot? It looked like a suitcase.
It's a robot from the Space Fox movie that they're working on.
Seriously? That name?
Yeah, I was reading the subtitles. It's the heavily merchandisable baby robot.
Yo! I was a daredevil right there, freaking drop kicking that suicider thing.
Nice.
I saved everybody. Oh!
Okay, I got the robot.
What? Oh, yeah, get back. Well, you're carrying that robot. Just be happy it's not Grandpa's robot.
Yep.
Sorry to put that memory back in your minds.
So what's that thing that Dexter says again?
Omelette du fromage.
That sounds like demon speak, honestly.
I thought it was going to be like backwards speak when you first said it.
No, like literally omelette du fromage is just how you say cheese omelet in French.
Well,
I dropped the robot. Luckily, he is not on fire.
Well, that was a lot of unnecessary explosions.
Well, I saw the stuff and I need to make it go boom.
Go boom.
Did somebody say boom?
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
For some reason, I'm just thinking of that one scene in Peter Pan where they make Wendy walk the plank, but then she doesn't. But then they don't hear a splash in the water, and then Mr. Smee just goes, "Captain, no splash."
I remember when I was a kid, I thought walking the plank was no big deal because you just got to the end and then turned around and came back.
Yeah, well, even when I was a kid, walking the plank and jumping in the water, I didn't think was a big deal. Like, even if there wasn't, like, something trying to eat you in the water, generally when you fall in the water, it's not easy to get back on the ship. So you probably eventually would drown.
I think we have to be listening for the. Well, Dad, I think you have to be listening for the sound, because, like, I think, like.
What the hell? Is this the thing from Legends of the Hidden Temple? That's Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple! What the fuck?
But anyways, I think we have to, I think you have to, like, listen, like, the beeping is supposed to get, like, quicker, the closer we get to finding Sebastian. Oh, there he is.
Oh, never mind.
He's over here. Uh-oh. More zombies incoming.
I plonked him on the floor.
From the invading body snatchers. Yo, I just got put a huge gash in this guy's leg. Okay.
Nice.
I'm sure Miles doesn't miss them, but unlike the first Dead Island and Riptide, this game does not have human enemies.
Thank fuck.
God damn it, another fireman.
Seriously, the human enemies were the single-handedly the worst part of both games.
Because they
Are
shot
you kidding
you.
me? This firefighter's guy is immune to electricity, too.
I will say it gives you a little, like, the best, like, human enemies gave guns a more consistent thing to do in, Dead Island. That being said, I think the human enemies in Dying Light are, like, 10 times worse.
Oh, 100%. They're annoying as shit.
Because at least most of the human enemies in Dead Island 1 and Riptide, they just shoot you. In Dying Light, they tend to hand-to-hand combat you, and they are annoying to fight. Like, they barely flinch from your moves.
It's a good sword on the
They
ground.
dodge around all the time. They are very tanky with hits.
One second, I need to, There we go, got my sword.
Hail Sebastian on all frequencies. Why don't we go down to the planet then? Fornicate.
It was Unrise.
Take a breath, boy. She asked me to find you. The captain sent you. But I'm fine.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard, USS Enterprise.
Your little robot won't fight the Defector. It's attracting every zombie on set. Your captain was surrounded.
Man, this must be R2-D2's grandfather.
Yeah.
Beyond cringe. My dumb robot nearly got Miss Shepard killed. I can't show my face around her no more. She's gonna hate me.
Commander Shepard?
Easy now. She was just worried about you. Silence your silly robot and get yourself back over. And there'll be no more said about it.
You're right. I'll fix DD-09 up and return it to you. But please, take something for helping Captain Vixen today. Consider it your spoils of war, and may the star of Volpine guide you.
There.
Okay, I got a street brawler ability. Oh, and a rare axe. One second, I've got a lot of shit in my inventory. I need to, thin real quick. Okay, I got the Cremator Zombie axe. Oh, I'm at level 17 now. There we
He
go.
stood no chance.
Yep. Who's zapping me from behind? Okay, there we go.
So, yep. There are other locations of side quests, like I said.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm actually amazed you're at level 17 right now. Like I wonder if that's the effect of having us, or if there's like an XP boost or something.
I don't know if there's an XP boost, but I know I get a share of the XP when you guys take out zombies, because I've seen the XP notifications even when I'm not fighting stuff. I like how we all lined up to kick that zombie, but Miles missed. Oh, there you go, guys. There you guys are.
I like never miss with the drop kick.
Nice.
I think, and my guy actually has a skill that like enhances the drop kick. So,
Stupid damn zombie.
die. Leaky implants. Oh no.
I got one of those earlier, yeah. That reminds me, Linkara put up a new episode, a new review of a Batman comic. It's a comic from, like, the really old days where the Joker does a bunch of crimes based on boners. Because boner used to be a word for that meant, like, mistake instead of what it means now.
Just like how gay used to be an alternate way of saying happy.
Yes, exactly.
That's gay.
So the entire video is he does the comic review, but the video is just a whole bunch of like boner jokes and innuendos.
I mean, after all, the Flintstones theme song, the last lyric is "You'll have a gay old time." And then there's like an old Rankin Bass holiday special that had the song lyric, "You feel so gay inside."
And now we have this Batman comic where the Joker talks about getting a boner ready for Batman.
Well, and then we also have Jared Leto going, "Who's gonna give you a reach around?"
I think the first time I ever heard the word boner was in Greatest Freakout Ever. It's the one where Steven breaks the microwave and, like, frickin' Jack, the cameraman, asks what he's doing, and Steven just says, "Shut up! God! You have a frickin' boner for that frickin' camera!" You, like, stab that thing in the head. I saw, like, an animation.
I also remember a Family Guy joke where Stewie's, like, reading, comes across a dirty game that, Lois and Peter have, and he reads it as, like, "Have her do a striptease and see how long it takes for you to get a boner." What's a boner?
Oh god, I've heard that. I remember that. I remember that.
E...
Oh wait, actually there was a storage
Sidekick's costume is totally made of cardboard.
Yes, and
This is not a debate.
I think Bristol and her ex-boyfriend want to sue somebody.
Yep.
Oh god, I think I'm gonna actually have to start clearing out my stash and, like, selling stuff.
What are you selling?
There, my electrocutor pole.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm actually gonna have to start selling some stuff. I'm gonna have to, well, I won't drag us down doing that, so I'm gonna have to do that on my own time before next session.
Oh wow, I am down to all rare weapons. I'm gonna have to start tossing away like actual kind of good shit that, to make inventory space now.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna hey Schnick, I may be having to help Alan see if I can get him a job as a paraprofessional.
Really?
Well, because you know that Smokey. If you remember, maybe I mentioned it too, but he used to work. Well, he worked at a place called Smoky Bones.
Was that like a dispensary or something?
No, it was a restaurant, barbecue place in Springfield. Yeah, it just it was the last remaining location in the Midwest, and it finally closed.
Oh.
Today, and that was actually my first, like, I guess, full part-time. Well, I wasn't working full-time, but that's, like, I guess you would say the first real job I had.
Oh yeah.
So that also kind of feels weird for me too.
Well, I mean, quite a few places from when I was a kid have closed down. Like, I used to go to my local mall all the time because I'd always browse the GameStop and browse the FYE before going to see a movie. Well, first the FYE shut down, and then the GameStop followed, like, shortly after COVID. And then the other GameStop that was located in my hometown, they closed down like a year or two ago, and I think they're now a trading card shop. So, the restaurant I used to go to as a kid all the time was a place called Friendly's. I don't know if there's Friendly's locations still open, but they do still sell ice cream in stores. And I just remember I didn't go to my senior prom. Well, for it's a long story, but on the night they were doing it, I took my sister to Friendly's for dinner instead. And it's a good thing I did, because they shut down a few months later.
What is
Oh,
Friendly's
bummer.
exactly?
It's like a chain of restaurants. Like, they had, like, it's like one of those general diners things. Like, the thing that they're most known for is their ice cream.
Kinda sounds like Culver's, actually.
I got a Culver's.
Yeah, I noticed,
right here.
like, I think there was one Friendly's location that I saw still standing, like, way up north in the state, but I think most of them have closed. But they still sell their ice cream to stores.
Making yourself at home, I see.
Company's a marked improvement here. That's for damn sure. Just a pity that.
Yeah, the shop and save where I worked before I got my engineering job. They got bought out by Schnucks. It's still there, but there's another Schnucks that's about as close, and I literally always choose that one instead of going to the one I used to work at.
I was about to say, is that
Yeah, I get it.
a lot?
No, we go to a different one.
They deserve the best.
Yeah, it makes sense. You go to a different one.
Wait,
I remember when I got.
Holding on to
the one we usually go to. That's not the one we used to work at, is it?
No.
No, it is not. That's
No.
the one I always go to.
I gave them a bottle of
I think I've been inside the one where I used to work like once or twice since, and mainly that's because I think once was just because I was looking everywhere for milk under COVID, and another time was just because they had a burrito you could like take and get for lunch that I liked. Also, a good Spectre's in the chat.
Yep.
Get me those.
You could jump in the voice the same way Sean did that our first plus session.
He's not in the server that we're using. We'd have to invite.
Oh, okay.
We'd have to invite him in.
Ah, okay.
So, I mean, if he wants to come, he has to ask. So, I mean, if we invited Sean in here, it's like may as well. But
Spectre says he's sick today. He's been sick the last few days, and he's still sick now.
oh, okay.
That sucks.
Well, if he ever wants to join in the voice chat, we could, like I said, we can always migrate over to Expend.
Yeah, to the expend 5 bowls. Yeah.
So, do you want me to select a side quest? There's a creature
yes,
comforts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Spectre, if you're if you're not up to it, then you're not up to it. Do you want to come in? Because if you want to, we could switch to the expend 5 bowls or whatever. That's if you're up to it.
So, okay, so I did watch that David musical. Definitely, like, it's definitely nowhere near Prince of Egypt's level of quality. Not that I expected it to be, because, I mean, Prince of Egypt is pretty hard to top. But, like, it tries.
Okay.
Well, I can say, it does at least try. Not, like, it doesn't try to come to Prince of Egypt level, but just as a movie, it tries.
Do we...
Looks like we got 2 waypoints.
Spectre saying he can come in. Do we want to switch?
Let's get this quest over with.
We just started this quest, but okay.
Okay, well, at least...
I mean, I don't care. I'll go with the crowd.
But at least get to a safe spot just so you don't get jumped by a zombie.
Yeah.
We're switching over.
Oh, I didn't realize you were outside the walls yet. Already.
Yeah.
I think I'm safe. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Holy crap, we haven't used this.
Yep, I'm in.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Okay, Spectre, hop in to expend 5 bowls.
Yeah, I got.
There he is.
Hello.
Not much.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. The brother can deny.
Hey, boss, big butts.
God, that move. Okay, seriously, the thing that always amazes me, Martin fucking Scorsese.
Scorsese plays a character, yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Are you talking about Shark Tale?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are the
Goddamn
both of you talking about
goddamn
Shark
Will Smith
Tale?
fish.
Why?
Goddamn Will Smith fish.
Will Smith fish, yeah. But why are we talking about Shark Tale?
Well, because he's saying big butts and I cannot lie, and I.
Well, I
can't
know that.
fucking
Well,
lie.
there's multiple movies that play that. Why does Shark Tale come to freaking mind with that?
I don't know because
I also know Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo Monster Unleashed uses that when Shaggy.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, like when Shaggy's exploring Old Man Whistle's mansion.
Oh, I don't remember that then. I need to
How it-
revisit that movie someday.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist plays it. I think it's one of the songs that Betty plays on his boombox.
Oh, I should have known. Kung Pao's hilarious.
I need to revisit Kung Fu Hustle. I didn't really get it the first time I saw it. I think I was expecting something different.
For sure.
I have no idea what's going on.
But yeah, shockingly, like I was saying, the movie David was surprisingly above average. There actually was one line where I was like, "Oh God, that is relevant." It's where it's where King Saul is like going on, is like you can definitely tell he's lost his mind, and,
Right.
He basically says like when David's trying to talk to him that only God knows his own will or something like that, and then King Saul says, "My will is God's will," and I'm like, oh God, that is so relevant right now.
Yeah, those are the also kind of the kinds of Christians that that studio used to be.
Which is, again, kind of shocking for me because they had people like Kirk Cameron promoting the movie. And so I'm like, okay, I don't appreciate that he was promoting the movie, but like watching the movie, looking at some of the themes it was actually trying to explore, I'm like, okay, that actually, like, again, not bad.
So Angel Studios is not made necessarily of crazy people now.
It's not Pure Flix. It's not like God's Not Dead or anything.
Yeah, no, they're not God. The only movie they made that is even close to that was that fucking Jim Caviezel movie, Sound of Freedom.
Like, I think they got bought out by Sony, and since then, like, Sony basically made them, like, get normal, we'll say.
I mean, that it does help dispel the stereotype because there's people out there that think all religious folks are nutcases.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah,
Because the big ones give us a bad name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need the key. Nope, I know a better way. We're gonna break in through the roof.
Okay, I'm just dicking around a mansion killing zombies. I don't know. I'll go try and find you guys.
Although from what I heard, their new Animal Farm movie is supposed to be really bad.
Really.
Go on.
Well, from what I've heard, because Film Brain shared a review of it on Blue Sky, like, I haven't read the original Animal Farm, but it's basically supposed to have a very, like, kind of a darker story where, like, basically the common people, represented by talking animals, rise up and take over a farm, but then the animals, like, some of them demand to be put in charge, and then they basically end up being the same as the people that were in charge, that whole, like, grim cycle thing. And then the movie fucks that up, from what I hear, by...
Don't spoil it.
Like, well, it does what all kids' movies do. They solve it with friendship. Or something like that. Like, Animal Farm is not the story that has a happy ending, and they gave it a happy ending.
It's at this stage. I think it's at this stage where I feel like Andy Serkis should just stick to acting.
Yeah, because he the closest thing to a good
chances.
the closest thing to a good movie he's directed that was good. Yeah, the closest thing to a good movie he's directed was Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and that was good on accident.
Yeah.
I heard some people are actually okay with Mowgli.
Well, it's automatically better than Jungle Book Mowgli's story, so I'll give it that. I don't know anything about it.
Let There Be Carnage is kind of like a guilty pleasure for me, personally.
I did, yeah. I think it's probably the best of the Sony movies.
But that's not saying
because
much.
A, that's not a high bar, but B, because the first Venom was basically good on accident, and Let There Be Carnage kind of leaned into what made the first one successful. But I was listening to Matt McMuscles play through the new that retro Marvel collection, and he just gets into a fit where he starts bitching about how much that movie screwed up Carnage. Cause, he hates that movie.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I cannot figure out how to get out of this mansion.
Well, we're still
Honestly,
we gotta go.
Okay, I'm getting out of the mansion now. I'm good.
Honestly, when it comes to movies, I'm just glad I'm done with the Conjuring spin-offs. Only one of them were good. One.
Creation.
Yeah.
I still need to see the.
Holy shit!
Go ahead.
I still need to see this the sixth Paranormal Activity movie to finish off the rest of the original series because the Ghost Dimension.
That's not it. There's also Next of Kin.
I thought Next of Kin was kind of supposed to be a new start or something, and that didn't take.
Oh no, it continues.
Okay, because I got what was called the Ultimate Collection, but it doesn't have Ghost Dimension and it doesn't have Next of Kin.
Weird.
And it probably came out before either of those movies came or were released.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. It's weird.
And your story's getting weird.
No, it's weird. You gotta say weird.
Canadians are weird.
That one doesn't even have an H in it.
But literally, Ed, Edd n Eddy has a joke saying, Canadians are weird. The show is made entirely in Canada.
Oh, are you guys...
That's funny.
Yeah.
Have you guys been able to get out of the mansion yet?
Yeah, I'm headed towards Schnick's location. Oh, there's an objective here.
Yep, I gotta find...
Okay, I found Schnick. We hooked back up.
I'm heading towards the blue.
Me too. Well, I'm headed behind Schnick, and he's headed towards the blue, so by extension, I am headed towards the blue.
And you're also heading towards another kind of blue, mentally.
Yes.
That's funny.
Sniff out the 18-year-old hard killing whiskey.
So we showed... when it was my time to pick the movies last night, I showed them the Dragon Ball Z Cooler movies, and then as if I wasn't already about to replace... Adobe Premiere Pro for my editing software, that became a lot more urgent when I was saving the Cooler movies, and it completely corrupted it to where it cut off in the early on into the second movie.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him the CS5 version of some of the Adobe stuff. He just has to install it.
Yeah.
And because my Adobe CS5 hasn't been pulling bullshit like that.
Yeah. Well, just in time to edit Dollhouse 2, which luckily it is a shorter script compared to the regular episodes, just because you don't do a lot in that game. Well, it's not so much that, it's you don't do a lot in that game. It's most of that game is wandering around lost, and for a different reason than you were the first time.
Gotcha. Which, I don't look that bad naked, do I? That's still one of my favorite jokes.
What was the context of that joke?
You've supposedly flashed the the slashers to make them go away. Honestly, that video was so long ago, and there's been so many made sense. I couldn't have told you that I made that joke.
I remember when Quagmire and Family Guy like told Meg to like use the ugly.
Oh yeah.
Oh my lord.
Where he like
Yeah.
lifts up her shirt and his face melts like it's in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Hey, we cut off the fat dude's arm.
Hey, we are.
And
we
I'm
are searching
melting.
the house for a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
On the plus side, though, the reception to Mortal Kombat 2 is looking promising.
Really?
Yeah, Adrian Tanasa
Yeah.
sent me a link to some early feedback. Granted, take it with a grain of salt because it's an early
Of course.
screening, but
Of course.
feedback so far has been very, very positive.
Yeah.
And it's saying it's a huge improvement from the first film.
Well, a lot of
Yeah,
people hold the belief that's not a high bar.
Right.
Well, I have also learned to take these early like reactions with a grain of salt because early reactions to Black Adam were, and I quote, this is the best DC film since The Dark Knight.
Oh, that's funny.
There are so many things wrong.
The
with that
hierarchy of the
statement.
DC universe is about to change. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, that,
yeah.
well,
Well, there
yeah.
was that. Like, there was that, and even for like Wonder Woman 1984, people were calling it like the best DC movie since The Dark Knight. Which, while I don't hate Wonder Woman 1984, that is not even remotely true.
I hated that movie.
I don't.
I-
hate it.
I liked it, but I was like, dear God, someone get this woman an editor. Like
'Cause
that
there is
movie,
no reason that needed to be
trim
that
it
did
down,
not
and
need
you've
to be
got a
2.5
good
hours.
movie, I think.
You did not need to be 2.5 hours, and honestly, that movie is not bad purely because Pedro Pascal has Maxwell Award.
Like,
the
what I like
movie is
about
a-
Wonder Woman
carries the
84
movie. He
is
carries the movie on his back.
he does, but I also just generally like that it has a very different kind of threat and villain than most other superhero films do.
Fair
I
enough.
felt that kind of made it fresh. But yeah, the like shoehorning Chris Pine in through questionable means was weird, and yeah, my big problem with that movie, it is way too fucking long for no
Yeah.
reason.
Fair enough.
Still doesn't feel anywhere near as long as Desert Warrior. Ha! Desert
Miles is adopting the Wizzo laugh because he's going mad from talking about Desert Warrior.
No, the
Seriously,
Wizzo
I
laugh would
was
be
so-
like if he was talking about Desert Warrior and then.
Like, I cannot believe I was so goddamn. I was as goddamn bored as I was.
It's like I said in the chat. It's literally like you were watching the Desert documentary in that one episode of Jimmy Neutron.
I'd say, like, Miles is asking me about Michael because I just saw with my folks and my aunt before we came on here. Like, I mean, compared to Desert Warrior, you'll probably like it.
Well, anything compared to Desert Warrior is probably gonna look better in comparison.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
comparison.
Like, and I literally was like, and I meant it when I said this. Okay, The Strangers Chapter 3 is offensively bad to me. But at least I felt something. Desert Warrior just made me want to take a freaking nap.
I got another trailer for Deepwater, Rennie Harlan's new movie. It says from the person who brought you Cliffhanger and not 47 Meters Down. It was something.
That's, I was
some
gonna
other
say
water movie.
that's yeah.
But it was like, really? Referencing movies from like decades ago? No mention of the Strangers movies you just got finished making?
Or
All three of them?
Hercules.
Or Legend of Hercules? Or The Adventures of Ford Fairlane?
They don't mention.
Probably
I
were-
mean, Die
they're
Hard
probably
2.
embarrassed by those movies.
Die Hard. They don't mention Die Hard 2.
I think some of the trailers do. The one I had in front of Michael did not.
Yeah, because Die Hard 2 is like another one of Rennie Harlan's rare good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still firmly convinced those are a fluke.
Probably. You found
I tell
the
you-
found the key. We got the goods.
Yeah.
Because I was at the
I
safe.
tell you, fucking the Adventures of Ford Fairlane was not a good one.
It was boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was more.
I've seen that movie twice because it was shown at Mystery Science Theater night before Alma dredged it up for a movie night.
Yeah, well... Yeah, so, the only good Rennie Harlan movies I've seen, well,
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger was the other one.
Cliffhanger I have not seen. Deep Blue Sea, I enjoyed, but it is a pretty dumb movie.
Well,
Yeah.
Schnick,
Oh,
guess
Deep Blue
what?
Sea, that
I
was
think
the
for
one.
I think so. Since I am a merciful person, I will not subject Spectre's group to God Not Dead. That'll come later.
You're gonna do Strangers Chapter
because-
1.
Now is not the time for fear. That comes
Well, it's
later.
Yeah, well, it's because I guess one of my friends, Ryan, has like history involving God's Not Dead, where his evangelical grandma would force him to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So-
no.
Yeah.
And I actually have a weird story for. I own Cliffhanger on VHS because we found a VHS copy when we were cleaning out like my grandma's like retirement home room after she passed away.
Say that Curtis
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I saw it and I was like obsessed with like I need to watch this movie. It just caught my curiosity for some reason.
But yes, so Nick, you shall get to experience the joy, and Spectre, your group as well, will get to experience the wonder that is Strangers Chapter 1. And Schnick has seen the original, and now you have. So now you can. And why
I've seen the original, and I've seen the original sequel, Pray at Night.
And Spectre.
I have not. I still need to see the sequel.
Here's my controversial
I did the first movie.
My controversial take is that because I wasn't in the right mood to watch the original, or maybe just I have bad taste, I had more fun with Pray at Night.
Miles showed me the first one. I mean, the first one's good, but it is definitely like it might. I think it drags its premise out a little bit long just because of how simple it is. So I could see someone just not like someone preferring the expanded sequel. Oh, I say having never. Seen I say having never seen the sequel.
Well, Pray at Night is, like, it carries a lot of the same tone as the first one, but it is a bit more of a straightforward slasher movie. Like basically, the characters in Pray at Night put up a much stronger effort to fight back. That's one. Yeah.
Well, I didn't like Scream 7 or Faces of Death. Apparently, I have higher standards for slasher movies. Oh, I got an email from Build a Rocket Boy. The expansion for Mind's Eye has launched.
Oh, what?
Blacklisted, the movie where you play as this assassin lady is like wearing hot leather pants over a black swimsuit.
Wait. Holy shit, I got a really good, where is it?
Are we ready to go?
Yes, I got a really damn good rifle from that.
Oh, wow, yeah, I got a superior sharpshooter.
Yeah, I was hoping to freaking go drop my stuff off in a locker, because I'm filled up, but...
Well, I think where we're traveling to, we'll get one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a gun that I could stand to stash somewhere, too.
Yeah, because I got a really good rifle from this mission, so I want to be able to stash my old one.
Well, I guess my controversial take is, well, first of all, I know one movie I probably won't show, just for the sake of it, because it's incredibly mean-spirited, was that I didn't hate Bring Her Back. I didn't hate it. It's not the greatest film I've ever seen, but...
Yeah, I'm sorry. It still falls into a lot of the traps that I hated from, like, Smile and Talk to
That's
Me.
fair. No, I totally understand that, but I think... I didn't hate it because, one, it was actually scary, which is miles different compared to Smile, but it is definitely very mean-spirited. Especially towards kids. Because that was just, wow, okay. It's definitely one of those, I'm only going to watch it
This
once.
rifle,
films.
oh my god,
I'm only
chef's
going
kiss.
to, I'm going to watch it, like, once, and that's enough, you know?
This rifle
by
looks
the
fucking
way,
beautiful.
In front of Michael, I got a new trailer for Scary Movie 6. It has the full joke where they supposedly spoof Smile. This lady, like, comes into a room, a guy's smiling, she punches him, she keeps punching him, says, yelling at him to stop smiling, and someone comes in and says, "This is the mental hospital, everybody smiles."
Oh Lord.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Hardy
Lord.
har har. Hardy har
Even for a
har.
scary movie sequel, that's just stupid.
It
I
is,
love the way
yeah.
Marlon Wayans says, "We're back."
Like, there was one new part in the trailer that made me laugh where this lady's getting attacked in the hospital and she asks for help and the nurses are like, "Bitch, please, we are on our break."
I do also honestly appreciate like honestly I cringe at like the they them joke, because why that just
Well,
feels
it's
out of
not
left
just
field.
it's not just a stupid attempt at being topical. It's also just so clunkily written.
I do also,
Yeah.
although it at least follows that up with Anna Faris's character going like, "I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist."
Yeah, but
That's
then
funny.
the lady like she's talking to again, it just keeps going. They say, "Well, I think all white people are racist."
Oh my
yeah.
Lord.
And even then, it kind of falls into stereotypes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's too wordy. You like it would be a funny joke if it were written competently.
AKA one of the big problems with Freeberg and Seltzer.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's Freeberg and Seltzer though.
Well, it's not Freeberg and
Yeah.
Seltzer writing it, but remember, they were involved with the first Scary Movie.
Yeah.
So they're
not-
kind of like minds.
Yeah, one of the videos uploading them over my vacation, I flat out say, "This is the lasting damage of Friedberg and Seltzer." You think people think just referencing a thing counts as a self-contained joke?
And they think,
Well, you mean
and
how having a random Starbucks, like how having a random Starbucks in a scene in Meet the Spartans.
there's also
yeah.
and then so Freeberg and Seltzer, one, they think reference equals funny, and two, whenever they do manage to get a good joke, they just keep it going and going, explaining it, which just ruins it.
Yeah, they drill it into the ground. Okay, I got
Yeah.
the ballad of...
Maybe that's why
Billy
people
Rex
like the
there.
Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, by the way, there is another side quest that we just got, and it's important we start it right now because it's going to be one that's going to take place throughout the game because it's not a quest we necessarily have to like go here and track. It's basically we're going to have to be collecting all those random zombie body parts that.
God damn it, frickin'. There's a
By the
workbench
way,
here,
I'm a-
but no locker.
And by the way, I'm a lifelong fan of Mario, and I did not like the Mario Galaxy movie.
Well,
Right.
Oh, there is a storage locker over here, Schnick. I'm standing next to it.
Even my best friend, he's a diehard.
Over here.
hold on
He's
a
like
sec.
he's a diehard Nintendo guy. He will go to the not go to bat, but like he is a diehard fan of Mario and all of those games. He only thought the movie was okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. Like it's enjoyable if you're a fan, but it's probably one of those guilty pleasure things. Is like I know it's not good.
Which makes me curious of Mortal Kombat 2 and Street Fighter.
Yeah,
If those
Street
two end up
Fighter,
being good, I'll be shocked.
like Mortal Kombat, I think has a solid chance. Street Fighter, it's a little early to tell, but that was a hell of a trailer. Like
It
the
knows what
start
it
was
is.
a little. The start of
Mhm.
the movie, the start of the trailer was a little too jumbled, but after that, yeah, that was a good trailer.
It knows what it is. It knows that Street Fighter as a franchise is cheesy as fuck. So
Oh, here.
they're just going
it's-
with it.
The danger with Street Fighter 2 is if it goes too wacky.
If it goes too cheesy, sure, yeah, for sure.
I mean, the
But-
Street Fighter anime didn't have, like, the Street Fighter anime movie from the 90s, like, didn't have too much of a story to it, but I thought that one was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was great. And every time I mention it, Sean would take 10 minutes to explain why the Chun-Li shower scene is the greatest thing in cinema.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a reference to that in the trailer. You see Chun-Li stepping into a shower.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. It was
Which,
awesome.
by the way, apparently, I think they said Chun-Li's actress is the one who played Nitara, that red shirt that Kung Lao kills in the Mortal Kombat
That's crazy.
2021. And
That's
another
crazy.
weird, and different franchises, but another weird movie coincidence. Someone commented on my on one of my videos. the little girl that was in Transformers The Last Night for no reason is Hawk Girl now.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's funny.
That's hilarious. At least she's bouncing back.
Yeah.
So, we ready to go?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, like I said, there is a quest for us to pick up.
I'll follow you too because I marked the side quest, but I
Holy shit, yes. This rifle is amazing. I can literally destroy heads.
I got these beauties from a place called Texas.
Texas!
I saw this speech that 50 Cent made during, like, while they were promoting Street Fighter. It was, like, on a big stage. And he was like, and it's the most Balrog thing I've ever heard, is that he goes, I really appreciate all of you coming down here to promote my movie. There's people that have more screen time than I do, but it's my movie. I'm like, that is the most Balrog thing I've ever heard. Yeah, 50 Cent.
I'll give, I didn't like I didn't like 50 Cent in Expendables, but I'll give him some credit for having some humor there.
That was great.
Sorry,
I thought it was
is the
hilarious.
I'm sorry, did Street Fighter name one of their characters Balrog?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
He's from the original roster. But
He is.
Yeah, the original roster.
He is a character from the games.
Yeah.
J.R. Tolkien is calling.
It's funny because
Boxer,
freaking the names don't line up between the English and Japanese. I'm pretty sure, so M. Bison, Vega, and Balrog are names that are switched around.
Yep.
Which is weird, but it is what it is.
Very weird.
So she calls zombies mindless conformists, and she wants us to gather body parts for her. Anybody else think this lady's fucked in the head?
I was just
Maybe.
gonna ask if anyone minds stepping outside while I cut her head off with my flaming sword.
Huh?
I am Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, huh? You know what, Mikey didn't win big with by making Rhapsody Street Kids and Turtle Tunes and We Wish You a Turtle Christmas, so now Mikey wants to come sue her, or maybe or demonstrate his chucking skills.
Yeah.
By the way, I literally have a shitload of these body parts, so we might be able to blaze through some of this.
Okay.
Can begin.
Ah, fellow chucker, eh?
When you started doing that, I was for some reason was hearing like a Shrek video game rendition of
We've barely begun.
You go to the club.
You go to the community.
Go back to the club.
club.
I still need to watch that. I got to a. I
Miles
got
has
to.
shown it to me.
Spectre, you have the power to get that movie, because there is no
I do.
legal way to watch that movie.
You can't watch. Yeah, you literally can't find it.
Well,
Oh, you can't?
No, it's so
Holy
you
shit.
can't. It's no longer on like digital.
well, you
streaming.
can't buy it on digital storefronts. I think the only Blu-ray was in Europe, so yeah, Spectre, you'd have to use your powers to find it.
I would have to use. I would have
So
to
they
use pirated
delisted it.
sites.
Can't believe
Maybe
they
because-
delisted that quickly. I think it got delisted faster than Artemis Fowl.
Maybe because probably Coppola was like, "Fuck you! You don't get my masterpiece then."
Well, I think what Coppola said is that his masterpiece is so important that it can only be experienced in theaters. So I think he wants to do the old Disney routine of re-releasing
buddy,
it.
Coppola, buddy, you are not Markiplier when he was doing Unis Honest. You're not special. You're not that special nowadays. You made Godfather, but clearly that none of that was presented in Megalopolis.
I mean, Godfather and Apocalypse Now are like Coppola's big things. After that, I
Right.
don't think anybody really knows what he made.
Now it's
Fair
a big
enough.
case of what have you done for me lately?
Exactly. Yeah.
And people don't exactly have high opinions of him after he defended a child predator with the Jeepers Creepers guy.
Oh, lovely.
We can start,
Yeah.
okay, yes, let's go to the...
Yeah, they have Dead. You can criticize Dead Meat all you want for inexplicably loving the Smile movies. They have said they will never talk about Jeepers Creepers because of that Predator guy.
Yeah,
Oh, because of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Anjanese has been unequivocal about that he will never allow Jeepers Creepers on a kill count episode.
Mm-hmm.
That bad, huh?
Pretty bad,
I don't know
yeah.
much about him or the guys behind Jeepers Creepers, so.
The director is a predator.
Yeah, he is. And he kind of got away with it because Coppola was defending him.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. Not really, but...
The only reason I know about Jeepers Creepers is because it was playing on a TV in my college dorm room one year.
Ah, okay.
That's how I found out about Bomberman.
Really?
Like my first day at college, I went into the the common area of my dorm rooms, and some of the people running the college were playing Bomberman '93 on the Switch's virtual. I mean, on the Wii's virtual console.
Huh.
Interesting.
Later on, someone was playing F-Zero GX, and that's how I found out I'm still missing that there are over a dozen secret characters on the roster that I have never come close to unlocking.
Yep, and F-Zero GX is not a game for the faint of heart.
Yeah, that game is hard as balls.
Oh, you motherfucker.
And I think I found out why that's hard as balls.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I suck at racing, apparently, and you screw up once, you fuck the entire race.
Yeah, if you fall off the track in F-Zero... You tried it?
He tried it at my house. I've got F-Zero GX on my GameCube still.
I was about to say, because it's on the Switch too, freaking GameCube library, so I thought you tried it on there.
Well, this is before you gave us that.
Yeah.
I think it was when you were both visiting me at once, actually, because I thought...
Oh, right! I think he did try... I think I had to take the controller from him, and I was, doing because a friend of mine is, a bit of a guru at the game, and he was trying... when the GameCube event for Retro Achievements was going on, he was training me in that game so I could get the beat for the event... And he was showing me a lot of tricks, and while I found the simple way of doing it, well, because he does, the very advanced techniques, like snaking and all that, but, I found, yeah.
I didn't know snaking was a thing in F-Zero as well.
It is, and... He put me through an endurance test. He had me beat the whole story mode, and then he had me beat the first stage on very hard, so that I could get a racer I could practice with. Supposedly one of the best racers in the game to practice with, but...
Are you guys, where are you guys?
We were fighting some zombies out here.
On topic of films that are coming out, I guess the new they just put out new featurettes for the heroes and villains for the new Masters of the Universe movie that's coming out.
There is a huge standee of that in my theater. Now we walked past it when I went to see my.
The more I see the movie, the better it looks. At least for me, the better it looks. I'm hoping it's an Honor Among Thieves situation.
I'm still
Same
not
here.
trusting it because of
Of course, it's Jared Leto,
who
yeah.
distributed it? Who's the distributor?
Amazon MGM, I believe.
Oh, I was about to say, if it was Paramount...
It's MGM because Battle Cat takes the place of the MGM Lion in the new trailers.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it was Paramount, the bad marketing would make sense.
Well, Amazon has not had a great track record recently, though.
I trust Travis... I trust Travis Knight, but yeah, Jared Leto's presence is a mitigating factor. I mean,
on the plus, at least they gave
factor.
Skeletor his sense of humor. I don't like that it's Leto, personally, but
honestly, I do not like the voice.
Honestly,
I'm fine with it.
I rewatched the trailer. It kind of Leto almost sounds like he's just doing an impression of Ray Fiennes' Voldemort to me.
That's funny. We'll
Which
see.
is
I guess
you could have cast. Just to goes to show, you could have cast anyone in this role.
literally. On the at the same time, though, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm very
I'm
I'm
optimistic. The
hopeful
trailer looks
because
good.
yeah, because everything like looks exactly like how the cartoon did, especially like the characters and all that.
It's interesting because He-Man is one of those franchises I've never been able to get into. Like,
I've
even
never tried.
even in my even when I started doing like marathon editing, like I was trying to get into more franchises that I missed out on. Like I was watching TMNT 2003 more fully. I was trying to get more into Simpsons, freaking trying to watch more Animaniacs, stuff like that. And yeah, like He-Man was like one of the they had like a 2000s adaptation of it. I saw clips of as a kid, but I never was into it. I tried watching clips of it again on YouTube to see if it would click, and it didn't.
Interesting. Okay.
So especially because, well, actually, the example I should have used for getting into stuff was Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series, Superman, DCAU, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, lots of stuff I missed out on.
Gotcha.
I saw several episodes of Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes on YouTube when I was in college. I haven't seen the whole thing.
It's
been a while since I watched that.
Miles can attest that he likes Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Am I right?
I do remember really liking Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah, it is a damn shame what happened to it.
I will say the one thing right now that's slightly annoying is what they're doing with Hulk, and like, is he part of the Avengers? Is he not? It's like, come on.
Yeah, the thing with the Avengers roster in that show is that people come and go quite a bit.
I know, and that's and I can tell with the Hulk that's gonna get like, and if it's annoying me with the Hulk, it's gonna start annoying me.
Yeah, because other team members are gonna come and go quite a bit. In fact, I'm not gonna spoil who. There is, like, the opening sequence always has the current lineup of Avengers. Like, at the very end of the opening sequence, they always show the current lineup of Avengers. There is exactly one team member who never leaves at any point.
Iron Man?
Should I say who it is?
Yeah.
I think I remember
Wasp.
who, but go ahead. Who? Oh, Wasp?
Wasp,
okay.
Wasp is the most dedicated member of the Avengers. She, except for one episode where, like, the new Avengers are there, Wasp is the only team member who never leaves. Like, she's there, like, specifically, no, that's actually wrong. She's the only one who was there from the beginning who never leaves.
Because, yeah, I think don't they stay true to the comics and not have Captain America as a founding member?
Yeah, Captain America's not there at first, Hawkeye doesn't join until later, and, like, various others don't join until later.
Because they do the thing where Black Widow is a double agent for Hydra and she frames Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye, you're going to be seeing Hawkeye more soon. So I'm pretty sure Hawkeye never leaves once he joins.
All I know is that it still holds the record, in my opinion, for having one of the best openings to a TV show ever.
And it kind of stinks that Season 2 butchers it a little bit.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, Season 2 butchers the song a little bit.
It sucks, because it's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
By the way, I found the thing that we needed.
I'm playing with my nail gun. I feel like I'm in Casino Royale.
I'm rooting around for random crap. I got upgraded to level 18.
Nice.
Okay, yep, just come around back outside when you can.
Okay, gonna kill a zombie real quick. Never mind, zombie's wearing riot gear, so fuck him.
the American flag, I will stand over here and go, oh, say, can you say?
What a darling light was a proudly with the da 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 da. All the rockets, red glare, lots of bombs in the air, gave through the night that we stood at our flag. Oh, say, God, I thought it up all the day, and the home of the land, and the land of the free!
I thought you were just gonna go. I thought you were just gonna go. Oh, shake and you
I am sorry. I have never heard the American national anthem the same way again after the first Naked Gun.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we went so high with The Naked Gun, and now Scary Movie's about to take us back down.
Yep.
Well, not just The Naked Gun. There was a movie, Fackham Hall last year. That was another brilliant spoof, and it was kind of flew under the radar. I only saw one trailer for it, but it was fantastic. And we also had Weird, I don't know when it came out, but Weird, the Al Yankovic story, which I swear to God, I was watching Michael today and thinking that Weird, the Al Yankovic story was subtle by comparison in some spots. In some
Fair
regards.
enough. Didn't that have Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al.
It also
That's
plays,
hilarious.
it's a highly fictionalized version of Weird Al. It ends with him dying, for one thing.
Oh, wow, okay.
Even though Weird Al plays a role in the movie, and one of the major plot points and recurring jokes is that in the movie, Michael Jackson stole Beat It from Weird Al's Eat It instead of the other way around.
Okay.
So Michael Jackson wants to beat it, beat it, beat it. He loves beating it, his meat.
Oh my god.
Which, yeah, for how big a star of a thing it was, I think "Beat It" is one of the songs that's like you only get a snippet of it in the Michael movie. Like they show him rehearsing it, like with dances and stuff, like kind of putting it together. But I think they only play a small fraction of the actual song, and that's one of his big ones.
Really?
I mean, he has lots of big songs, but that was one of the big ones.
Is one of his big ones, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Wait for everybody to get caught up. Sorry. Weapon.
I'm just trying to upgrade my shotgun.
I have a shotgun.
Oh yeah, I need to check for something.
I've got a shotgun.
Yeah, I need to manage my shit real quick. Don't need the machete, so let's scrap that.
On the plus side, though, I plan on doing an Alien marathon now that I finished Bring Her Back.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
I did
to do it.
I did one for when Alien Romulus was coming out.
I'm the
Dude,
weird guy I'm the weird guy that's gonna fight tooth and nail over Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Wow,
Dude,
really? Okay.
I wanted to do like a marathon, just rewatch the classic Alien films. I played Legendary Encounters Aliens at board game night and got stuck with, well, Steve, the old guy who thinks he knows how to play but doesn't, and this guy who basically plays games like he's just bashing buttons on to see what stuff does. It's like the game gave me made me want to revisit at least the first two Alien movies, and remember this was good.
Yeah. Every time I think of Alien 3, though, I instantly think of Nostalgia Critic's review when he did the parody of Screen Rant. So that's still one of my favorite openings to a critic video. That's just me, though.
What I think of when I hear Alien 3 is I watched the assembly cut, which is on the set of DVDs I have. It has several sequences. It has several sequences of unfinished effects, and there's several shots where there's like green screen all over the alien to where it looks like it's a member of the Green Lantern Corps.
That's funny.
I know why. The big reason I prefer the assembly cut is because they change how the alien is born. In the assembly cut, it comes out of a dead cow, but in the theatrical cut, it comes out of a living dog.
Gotcha.
I have never actually watched the theatrical.
I have not either.
The problem with the assembly cut is they didn't have this audio finished. You pretty much have to watch that with subtitles to catch half the dialogue in it.
It's also 2.5 goddamn hours, and it's not well paced.
And the theatrical cut I think is an hour 50.
I think I may have to rewatch. I think I may have to watch the theatrical cut. It's
Maybe I have to watch the theatrical cut, but just replace the dog scene with the dead cow one from the assembly cut, like what I did for the Rob Zombie Mike Halloween.
Yeah, my quadrilogy set has 2 cuts of every movie.
So does mine.
Yeah, the first movie, there's barely a difference between them, except it leaves in a scene of the of cocooning that was cut.
According to Miles, the scene of Ripley almost preventing them from bringing Kane was the guy that got face hugged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
apparently the director's cut of the first Alien, they add a scene where Ripley actually is smart and tries to prevent them from bringing him on the ship, but then then she stopped, and I thought that was really clever, showing how intelligent she was, but then Miles told me that was something they added in the director's cut.
I guess I must have only watched the director's cut of that because I did not know that was an added sequence. What's funny, though, is... a major scene in Aliens that was added for the director's cut was the scene with the sentry guns where they start firing. What's funny is Legendary Encounters Aliens for its campaign in the second movie has the sentry guns as one of the main objectives you have to complete. So it basically says the director's cut is the real version.
Well, it helps that the Aliens Special Edition came out way before the others.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Special Edition was, 92, and then all the others were made, sometime in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Alien Resurrection, I think even the director says, I didn't want to make a director's cut, but Fox said we needed 2 cuts of this, so fuck it, here you go.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even bothered with the director's cut of Alien Resurrection.
I don't even know what the differences are.
The only major difference I know is the opening is different. Like the opening of the director's cut of Alien Resurrection opens with a close up of what looks like an alien, but it's actually just a really bad CG fly that's up close.
It's a bug.
I also think the ending is altered.
Oh yeah, they do actually show them landing on Earth in the director's cut of Resurrection.
Wait, what's the
Oh hell yeah, this shotgun go boom. It's a boomstick.
Yeah, that is nice.
Got myself a boomstick. Boom!
It is my boomstick.
Oh, god damn, that lady's next quest popped.
That reminds me, I do gotta get back on my marathon of Evil Dead that I was doing with the guys.
We're going on a quest.
I need to show them Evil Dead 2 next.
Evil Dead 2
I saw Army
was
of Darkness first. I still have not seen the first or second ones. Army of Darkness was a weird movie to start with because I did not know what I was getting into.
Ironically, I've been putting off watching Army of Darkness for a while now.
But yeah, Miles did show me the reboot.
The dark-ass reboot.
I heard the reboot is just as good.
Oh, it's great. The reboot's great, honestly. And
that's what I heard. It's like one of the few reboots that don't suck.
Well, it had Sam Raimi's personal stamp of approval.
Oh, did it? Okay, that makes sense.
I guess his stamp of approval means more than James Cameron's because he approved Terminator Genesis.
And
Dark Fate.
Well, Dark Fate is not as much of a train wreck as Genesis was.
Though it is still pretty bad, in my opinion.
It's
not as bad.
Dark Fate
was fine.
Dark Fate does have its problems. Yeah.
Dark Fate, to me, his biggest problem is summed up as a line from The Big Bang Theory, where the context is they want to do something different for Thursday. So Sheldon says instead of getting pizza, they get calzones and cut them open and eat them like pizza. And Leonard has a line that perfectly describes Dark Fate. Way to think outside, but pressed right up against the box, Sheldon.
Yep.
Request the clean and snatch.
I don't have it. I have Beach Offense. Oh, the clean
Yeah,
snatch
Dark
I gave it.
Fate, like, it has some good things. Like, I thought Gabriel Luna was great.
Yeah, Gabriel was good. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good in it. I mean,
So you can.
there's splashes of good from Arnold and Linda Hamilton, but
There's no
Yeah.
quest marker. I just remembered.
like it
Okay,
just
so
like the Dark Fate's big problem is that it pretends to be all new and original
It's
when in
not.
reality
They play
it's
it exactly like 2.
yeah, it's exactly like 2. They even like spit on 2 and
That I wasn't a fan of.
yeah, and not to mention, a lot of the emotional beats would have worked, and the movie kind of plays out like it's ashamed to reference 2. Because, like, not once do they ever bring up Arnold's Terminator from 2. People were rightfully pointing out that random, like, military contact that Sarah Connor has would have made a lot more sense if it was, Miles Dyson's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Terminator Dark Fate does not piss me off, mainly because like it was one of those movies that got caught up in the
Which it did, it did.
Stuff.
It did,
Like,
yeah.
So
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but discounting the first 2 movies that are masterpieces, I think Dark Fate's the best sequel after 2.
For me,
That's
I
what
think
I
I
was
have to
saying,
give
yeah.
the slight edge
For
to
me, that's a low bar.
For me, I think I have to give the slight edge to 3, but Dark Fate would come
For me?
after it.
Like, to
For
me,
me-
3 is the only one that's in competition.
For me, I have a soft spot for Salvation.
Honestly,
I
I
have a soft spot.
revisited Salvation, and I was surprised how much I liked it. But also, I read up on Salvation. The fact that Salvation is watchable is a fucking miracle when you find out.
It
the
is a miracle.
disastrous
Ye-
production
oh
it had.
my god, and Christian Bale's freak out.
Oh, good for you.
Dude, there was an episode of Family Guy where they edited Christian Bale's freak out to sound like he was talking to Peter, and then on future airings and reruns, they cut that out.
Oh, that sucks.
I know Duke Nukem Forever has a joke about that.
Yeah, and you get to kick the Christian Bale stand-in. Well, you get to punch him.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But like, if you don't know the story of Salvation's production, basically the entire movie was supposed to be about Sam Worthington's character, and they would like go to Skynet, and it would turn out that Skynet basically wanted to replace mankind with robots because it thought mankind was like too fragile. Basically, it wanted to upgrade human bodies and stuff. John Connor would only briefly be in the movie and would die off. Their plans changed when they managed to land Christian Bale like in the midst of his Batman fame for the role of John Connor, and then everyone just kind of looked around and said, okay, you know this script is garbage, right?
Yeah.
And then they basically rewrote the thing on the fly to actually be like fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
So again, the fact that movie's even watchable is a miracle unto itself. I'm a
Yeah.
little surprised it doesn't
But
have
we
a
may
What
have
Happened
differing
episode.
we may have differing opinions about all the Terminator sequels about after 2, but we can all agree one thing. Genesis
What?
is the worst.
Oh, absolutely.
yes.
Not even
Genesis
close.
is hands down the
Fuck
worst
Genesis.
thing.
Like, not even close.
Like Genesis can go fuck itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genesis is just
Oh,
ass.
The only good thing about Genesis, and I mean the only, well actually no, there are maybe 2 good things. One, I do like Arnold in the movie. Secondly, Amelia Clarke is hot as fuck.
That's why when you said there were 2 good things, I thought you were going to say Amelia Clark's left boob and Amelia Clark's right boob.
Nobody's watched Game of Thrones in their lifetime.
I have not, actually.
I have
Oh,
not.
okay.
I have not either.
Well, that's because. Well, I say that because that's where a lot of people started getting the hots for Amelia Clarke.
Well, yeah, I know she's on that show, but
And by the way, she has like I wouldn't call him a manservant, but she's basically his lieutenant, Ian Glenn, who plays Dr. Isaacs from the.
Oh, he's in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he is.
He's actually quite good. He's actually very good.
What is it with Resident Evil actors being in medieval themed projects?
Speaking of which, I guess Zach Cregger's Resident Evil movies trailer is going to be premiering.
I can't wait for that piece of shit. I can't wait for that piece of shit.
Well, I trust it more because it's Zach Cregger,
Okay,
but yeah.
I'm sorry though, but saying it's not going to have anything to do with the games, saying it's not going to be like the games, that it's not going to have any of the characters. Oh yeah. So I literally have to ask, why call it Resident Evil? If you want to make a zombie movie, don't call it Resident Evil.
And you know, if I could add to that, the first Anderson Resident Evil didn't really have characters from the games either. It at least had the monsters, it had Umbrella, it had the T-Virus.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And at least the climax was referencing, I think, the second game.
The climax was the climax on the train is like where the final boss of the second game is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm sorry, I don't care. No matter how talented Zach Cregger is, the fact that he's basically saying like, I'm trying to make Resident Evil for normies. It's like, oh fuck you.
Well, we'll see.
That fucking attitude is so fucking toxic when it comes to making video game adaptations.
Fair enough.
I mean,
because let's see, we want to make it to appeal to everyone. We want to change things. It's not going to have anything to do with the games. How well did that work out for Halo?
Yeah.
Also, it's not like there's another property that's drawing loads and loads of fans, normies and people like, because the original source material was popular for a reason. Cough, cough. Netflix's One Piece.
Yep.
Or cough, cough. Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic. Yeah.
Because Sonic is at least leaning into being the games.
Yeah, it's leaning into being the games, and like the changes it does make, well, Sonic is like one of those flexible franchises where you can kind of do whatever you want with it as long as you like stick to a few key things.
Well, especially because there are like 3 different universes where Sonic can take place at any given time in the games.
Yeah, like the games themselves are not very consistent with like.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Aw, Miss Brant.
I mean,
violin.
They have at least some consistency, while Mario has, like, no consistency, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It stinks.
Last scene going for a crap, I guess we have to find... I know there was a,
Yeah, like, if there's...
around here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like... Let's see, the game, like...
Here's the outhouse.
So the game, first you had the classic Genesis era, then you had when it was trying to be a little more mature with like the adventure games, Shadow, and then they went all Final Fantasy like with frickin' 06, and then they dialed that back, they went more cartoony, and then they dropped all the human characters except for Eggman, but now they're kind of bringing the human characters back, at least like in like the supplementary material.
I'm sorry, and maybe a hot take, but the human characters, aside from Donut Lord, are the weakest aspect still of the Sonic films.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, yeah.
They do it because the CG for like Sonic and Friends are expensive, so they use the human characters to fill time. That said,
That was exactly what Honest Trailer said.
That said, I mean, I think they're fine. And also, that's probably why the third one's the best, because it uses them as much as they need to.
Yeah.
I still think the third movie has one of my favorite jokes, is Eggman goes, "I cannot believe this," and Gerald goes, "Yes, son, a woman in the military."
Oh, God.
I just love when they lean on the... I just love when they lean on the fourth wall and go, "It's like we're 2 people played by the same actor."
I love those.
the one detail I like, that Jim Carrey for Professor Gerald, he literally does his Count Olaf voice from Series Unfortunate Events.
I'm gonna be the ultimate dad.
I'm gonna be the ultimate dad.
I know.
Soda, banana.
Oh, Ivo. You're no Maria.
Okay.
That's Meryl Streep.
The last couple of years have had really good performances by twins, by people who play twins but actually aren't twins.
Yeah.
Because you got Jim Carrey in Sonic 3, you got the two child actors from the kid who plays two characters in The Monkey.
Guys, can you come back, please? It's like I'm stuck out here.
No worries.
Oh, okay.
Then you also have Robert Pattinson
Just
playing
analog
himself
cycling.
twice.
When did he do that?
Okay, now
Mickey
I'm stuck
17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mickey
Never
17.
seen it.
Yeah, Mickey 17. Robert Pattinson plays himself and a clone of him. Well, clones of himself.
Okay,
Okay,
never
Schnick,
seen
we're
it.
coming back now. We have to cycle
there's
the time. It
that.
takes forever.
There's that, and then there's the two twin actors in, like I mentioned, in The Monkey, and then there's also Michael B. Jordan in Sinners.
Oh yeah.
There's like a bunch of really good performances by twins,
Bunch of
people
dual
who
roles,
play
yeah.
twins, but actually
People
aren't
who
twins.
just a single actor playing. And the funny thing is,
Yeah.
they've been doing that for years. Like, Lindsay Lohan played her own twins in Parent Trap '98. Freddie Highmore played himself as twins in Spiderwick Chronicles.
Oh, okay.
Lisa Kudrow would appear as herself in twin roles in Friends.
And then ironically,
Christine and her
Terminator
evil
2.
sister Ursula.
Ironically, Terminator 2 used actual twins for scenes where the T-1000 copies people. Like, the security guard that the T-1000 copies in the mental hospital is actually a twin. And Linda Hamilton has a twin sister who plays the T-1000 copy in, like, the finale.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if he planned that from the beginning when he had when he cast Linda Hamilton in the first
I'm
one.
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, I picked up a club.
Go back
So I
to
can
the
go back to
club.
the club. I still can't believe that for as big a director as Coppola is, that movie's already been delisted.
Go back
Completely,
to the
yep.
club.
Probably because, well, it might be because of, Coppola's arrogance, but I also think it's because that movie was such a disaster at the financial.
It was that big of a mess, yeah.
They pulled the David Zaslav and they want to do a tax write-off and forget about it.
Might have had to do with it being terrible.
Yeah. I think the furthest I got to Megalopolis was when, I think it was, oh gosh, what was it? I think it was when Giancarlo was having a speech or something. I completely forgot. It was like having a speech on a big, tall building or something. I don't remember. It's been a while back. It's been a while.
Oh, there's gonna be a side quest for us to pick up.
Like I said, I still need to watch it all the way through.
Go back to the club.
I'm dreading for when I do that, but yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. Well, this week, what was Sean showing this week?
I don't know, actually. I think he's gonna think about it.
Yeah, well, then next week, you're getting
He'll
Oogie
usually-
Loves.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Next week, you're getting Oogie Loves.
That's gonna be funny as hell.
Yep.
I feel like I'm gonna be.
Alma said of Carrie Elwes' performance, "This man was paid in crack."
Yeah, like, when Carrie Elwes appears, that's when Jado and Alma had, like, their biggest reaction to Oogie Loves, though Christopher Lloyd wasn't that far behind.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be one of those that's gonna be laughing during all of it, while my friends are gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Oh,
there was a side quest for us to pick up there.
What's up?
Okay. Has Schnick shown you a Miami Connection?
No. I don't think
Oh, that might go into our. either mine or Miles' rotation then. Ew.
What is it?
Miami Connection is it's an action movie, action kind of kung fu flick, made by like a South Korean director that he I'm trying to play and also remember the backstory at the same time. This guy YK Kim, who ran a Taekwondo class and basically cast his students.
Okay, let's.
It was
not
like
go through that.
sorry.
How do we get up there?
Well, that's what I was gonna show you.
Shit, the mother.
But yeah, like they decided that the script was they decided at the last minute the script is no good. So the director YK Kim read a how-to book on screenwriting and rewrote a big chunk of the movie at the last minute.
Okay, yep, get under there.
It also has one of the funniest like.
It has one of the funniest screams ever put to film.
Gotcha.
Corey Coleman on Double Toasted did an imitation of the screen. I could post a picture of the still of it later.
Sure, cool. That works.
Okay, yep, through the locker room here.
I wish I could imitate the scream, but that would be spoiling.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, when we got to it, Schnick lost his shit, and Miles needed me to pause the movie.
Well, what happened when I saw it is, at first I was like, because it's a very cliched scene when it happens, I was like, oh, of course they do this. And then the scream kept going, and then the following sequence, I was laughing my ass off.
Fair enough.
Okay, just run through the electricity. Just run through the electricity.
One movie that I'm really scared of whenever we eventually get to it, because I remember Miles' reaction to it, Dougal.
Ooh, Dougal! Dougal! That's gonna be one of my picks.
Dougal was pain. Dougal was pain.
Yeah, Dougal. Oh my. I mean, you saw how Jado Miles
reacted. He
yeah.
was like, okay. He's like, okay.
Yep. Both him and Crystal.
No, I want two.
Him and Crystal strangled me that night.
That's funny.
Crystal wanted to. I held her back.
Gotcha. I just remember
It's a
seeing
shame.
those reactions. I'm like, that is still one of my favorites ever.
It is a shame I didn't have Luna at the time. She would have protected me.
Yep.
Probably.
And she probably would have pulled an MP. She probably would have been trolling the both of you, saying, "What are you talking about? This movie's awesome."
Oh yeah, because I remember that. Because didn't they do that for One Battle After Another?
Well, One Battle After Another they legitimately like, so that's
fair.
Let's see what movies, Morbius, like Morbius was one they were saying was unironically awesome.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, that I can understand.
Jado Miles, you gotta help. You gotta say what movies they focus on.
MP seems fun.
Then listen up. I got a hole in my defenses.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm particular about it in my rear.
Like, literally, their defense for, like, the movie Honey Don't, which Jado says is a mess, is lesbian.
Yeah, that's it.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
What a traitor.
That doesn't make it a good movie.
Right.
Like, you can enjoy it as a guilty pleasure, but if that's, like, your argument for why it's a good movie...
Yeah, that's why I said that the Venom movies outside of 8 or 3, I should say, is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Like, Honey Don't pulls the same honey trap that Hail Caesar did. Like, Hail Caesar advertised itself as being a movie where, like, George Clooney is kidnapped and everyone on this film set has to help him, like, pull together for some kind of scheme to help him out. In reality, that's George Clooney's thing is, like, maybe 15% of that movie. The movie is actually about Josh Brolin playing this old Hollywood executive who has to run around a set maintaining like all these different productions and eccentric personalities. So the trailer completely lied about what that's about. Honey Don't plays like it's about this detective investigating Chris Evans's like religious cult. And again, that religious cult is maybe 10% of the movie. It's mostly just this lesbian detective's day-to-day life in the Deep South.
Interesting.
Holy shit, I'm able to level match my weapons. That's cool.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money.
It takes a lot of money, but I did it for my semi-auto rifle, and there's a machine pistol! There is a machine pistol. I didn't have no machine pistol. I need that, yeah. But I hope there's a locker here, because I have to put some stuff away.
There is.
Let's see. Yep. Okay. Oh, frick. There's a baseball bat.
You will
I'm
get
putting
to
the...
experience why I hate the Strangers Chapter 1, because I think I am going to go with that, because
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm too nice of a guy.
Just give me that oogie love!
How do you do that, folks? I'm Bobby Wobbly.
That's just funny.
Wait, what?
Do you like bubbles?
Do you like bubbles?
Do you like bubbles?
Wait till you, by the way, we won't spoil, but wait till you see the way Carrie Ellis walks in that.
Ooh, machine pistol.
Okay.
Oh, you got the machine pistol too. That's cool.
I did, yes.
Well, you know, matter of fact, it looks like the machine pistol uses the same ammo as the regular pistol, so I'll put the regular pistol away.
Yeah, my carbine uses different ammo though, so I guess I'll hold on to it.
Yep. We must get ready to assault the death pit.
Garrett Puddles. Is that even your real name?
What's that from?
Joker,
I
dude.
think Joker Folia do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, one of my favorite scenes in the movie, just when he's going full ham.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just Joaquin Phoenix in a nutshell.
Let's see.
Yeah, Schnick's doing some quick upgrades.
Yeah, I just want to put some stuff on the machine pistol. Maybe I'll
I'm
make
trying to
it...
figure out where the
I'm gonna
fuck
make
we go.
it toxic.
Oh, there's another lower down, okay.
Increases damage. I don't have enough adhesives. Wait. Killing a zombie. Aim mode, accuracy, boot. Reload to get a damage. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I get more materials for it. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready
I
to...
have all the material.
You have all his dark materials.
Or as Barbie would say, I have all the genitals.
Oh, shit.
I still love that joke in Barbie when Margot Robbie just out loud says, I have all the genitals.
These are the death pits.
I must warn you, I am good at backflip. I do very good backflips. That's from Jimmy Fallon parody of Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he was like, I must warn you, I am really good at backflips.
I am your father, but I am also a fucking scorpion.
Scorpion.
I
Actually,
am your father's brother's cousin's second roommate.
What does that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
yep.
Alright,
No.
my fire weapon doesn't work on zombies that are already on fire.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
No!
Actually, I'm not really your father. I'm a woman. No! Actually, I'm not really a woman.
God, that.
I'm a horse.
Oh,
No!
God, that joke.
Actually, no, I'm not really a horse. I'm a broom. No! One more. Actually, I'm not really a broom. I'm a Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
Still one of my favorite.
Buzz
YouTube
Lightyear!
poops. Still one of my favorite YouTube poops.
What?
It was
Oh,
that one. That one, yeah.
Apparently, a lot of people did riffs on that on Garbage Day from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Garbage Day!
Hey.
Or they did April Fool's Day, or Laundry Day, or Opposite Day.
Opposite Day is SpongeBob referencing.
Are you ready? By the way, is Clancy Brown doing that Are You Ready, Kids?
No, I think it's somebody else. Clancy Brown is the voice of Mr. Krabs.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, I don't know who does the Pirate Head voice.
Thor, son of Odin. Surtur, son of a bitch, you're still alive.
That turn of phrase.
I
By
love
the
it.
way- Oh, I was also gonna say.
I was popping a heel and someone exploded me.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? Star Wars villain? If any, and I probably already mentioned this. What Star Wars villain has Clancy Brown played?
Savage Opress.
Yep.
Who's
And
that?
He's a badass as Savage, and I cry every time he gets killed. I cry every time I see him die at the hands of the Emperor when he saw helping Maul fight the Emperor.
I saw that clip on YouTube, so that's not a spoiler.
When's that?
Later,
Season
I think
four,
like season.
4 or 5.
Season 4 or
Yeah.
5 of the Clone Wars. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite arcs, though, actually is the betrayal, like Ahsoka's trial when she's framed for bombing the Jedi Temple. I actually do like that arc.
And then that's what makes her disillusioned with the Jedi.
Well, and it does a good job of just showing why the Jedi are like why the current Jedi Order probably kind of needed to go.
Yeah, like it basically you get a lot more context for why why Anakin easily believed Palpatine about the Jedi.
Well, yeah, because like Anakin was the only one who actually believed Ahsoka, and everybody else, including Obi-Wan, mind you, were ready to cast Ahsoka aside. So just like
Immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that the CG Clone War, like the CG Clone Wars movie is not good, but the show does add so much context to Revenge of the Sith.
It's fantastic.
Well, yeah, when you have when you have 7 seasons of television to fix the movies, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the Clone Wars movie was literally just finished episodes of the show packaged together, and it was not a particularly memorable set of episodes from the show.
I will still say, at least we got to hear Christopher Lee one last time as Dooku. And by the way, I have a very funny memory of that movie. So that movie came out in 2008, right in the midst of the 2008 presidential campaign.
Mm-hmm.
My dad actually asked me, no joke, he actually asked me if I wanted to go see like Obama speaking in Springfield that day, and I said no, I want to see Star Wars.
I've told the story of why I didn't see Clone Wars in theaters.
Yeah.
I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, Spectre, have you heard the story?
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it short so that I don't annoy Miles and Jado with it. So, I became a crazy Star Wars fan that year that the Clone Wars movie came out, so of course I wanted to see it in theaters. Basically, long story short, my dad promised to take me to it one day. My sister entered a swimming competition at the last minute. He took it way too seriously, and even though he was promising to take me after the competition, he was butthurt that my sister didn't place first or something, so he decided to stay at the pool all day and kind of coach her. And when he finally got back, he said, "I'm tired. I don't want to go today." And that made. I was in middle school at the time. I was easy to annoy, so I was like, you know what? Now I don't want to go.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I'd be annoyed too.
That's shitty. Yeah, I would be annoyed too.
Yeah.
I mean, I unknowingly saved myself from a movie that wasn't very good, but...
Yeah.
In the moment, it didn't feel nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Force Awakens became the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters, because I didn't see Revenge of the Sith or Attack of the Clones. Was too young for Phantom Menace.
I saw the special editions of the original trilogy in theaters, and took a long time to realize they weren't brand new movies.
Oh yeah,
when I was a kid, I thought that episodes 1 through 3 were remakes. Like, I thought there really was, like, an old episode 1 through 3, like, back in the, like, early 70s. But no.
I wish you could see my face right now.
Why?
Because I'm just giving you... because I'd be giving you the look.
You're giving me the Ice Cube face, huh?
Yeah, I'm literally going, the fuck?
The fuck? I like how you call it the look, because that's what Are We There Yet called the Ice Cube face.
That's funny.
Like, that's one of the things I liked about Are We There Yet? Like, how legit, one of the legit funny scenes in that movie is that he has to get, like, he has to refill, like, the boy's inhaler, and, like, the pharmacist is, like, closing down, and the way he convinces the pharmacist to open up is by giving him the look.
Oh, guys, sorry, I thought the next stage of that woman's, like, zombie parts quest had spawned in, but no, it's that quest that has no marker that you actually need a guide to find, so sorry about that.
Yeah, Spectre, the look is what he gives to Jonah Hill in 22 Jump Street.
Oh man, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he finds out. Honestly, one of my favorite jokes from 22 Jump Street is, I mean, I'm a teacher, I got tenure, I can really say whatever the fuck I want. George Washington was a black lesbian, the Eiffel Tower is made of dildos, I'm sleeping with 2 of my students, her and her, actually.
What the fuck?
That was Patton Oswalt.
The face I just posted to General in Expendables is Corey Coleman of Double Toasted recreating the scream from Miami Connection.
That's so funny. And then that's the Ice Cube face. I thought so.
That's the look. That's the Ice Cube face.
That's funny.
Oh, god fucking damn it! Another fucking crash. God fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Great. Now that means I gotta split this up into. I gotta split the stream up into 2 parts. Seriously, how is it that I played for, you know, through the entire game on my own, plus DLCs and no crashes, and in the last 2 sessions, I have had 2 crashes while streaming.
Well, you said you played them on your own, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the online co-op has something to do with it.
It's probably has some kinks.
Yep, and so now I'm gonna have to upload 2 separate videos.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can bring an extra capture card to you when I come visit. And I might have to teach you how to use it, so that way this doesn't happen.
It's not like, it's something I can get over.
Well, I know it's not the end of the world, especially because you have my perspective, but, I mean, even for, like, your solo Let's Plays and such, like, maybe it'll be useful, but, I mean, that's up to you.
The trader at the military installation has a lot of good stuff to offer.
Burst-free carbine, but I don't have not enough cash, stranger.
I need to be invited back now.
Yeah.
Okay, I will invite you in. No, shit, that's inventory. There we go. Session, invite players.
I hate my timeline right now because it keeps showing me good food, and now I'm hungry, but I have to starve this sickness off. God damn it.
Spectre, I remember one time in college, I got the flu. I had to give a midterm presentation while I was in the middle of the worst of it, and then...
Oh, no.
I got through it, and then the professor insisted on us using, like, the class time to just work on the project more, but I told one of my classmates, look, I don't know if we're allowed to leave, but I gotta leave. And then he's like, do what you gotta... Then the classmate's like, do what you gotta do. I mean, Professor, I don't think, found out, because he was in a different room. I went back to my dorm. I put on 28 Days Later, because I had gotten, like, my Blu-ray double pack at the time. I fell asleep, and then I woke up. I needed to get food from the student center, because that's what I normally did. I couldn't get up off the couch. I was that fatigued. And when I did get up off the couch, my entire body felt sore.
Yep.
That's what fatigue tends to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
One time when I was in college, I had the flu that makes you puke a whole lot. So, and the only way to alleviate the throw up feeling was to basically lie on the fetal position with like my legs up into my gut. Luckily, this happened on a weekend, so I spent that weekend. I put on Watchmen, the Zack Snyder movie, to just
okay.
Because I had to sit there I was sitting there for a long time anyway. Might as well watch this fucking long movie.
Fair enough.
The only times I've had trouble with puking is when I got a 24-hour bug. I think the last 24-hour bug I got was right when I was getting my honors sash for college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was not feeling good that morning, but my dad's like, well, it's your honors sash, you can't miss it. So I got my cap and gown, we drove up to my university. I spent as much of it sitting down, because, like, when I feel like I'm gonna puke, I can't stand up, I have to sit down.
Right.
And, yeah, so I spent as long as I could sitting down, then I had to get in line for the ceremony. And, well, they were in the middle of speaking during the ceremony. I had to get up, I had to leave the audience, and yeah, it happened once. They actually called an ambulance. Well, they wanted to call an ambulance. I told them no ambulance, no ambulance. Just let me get my sash and we're gonna go. That's what they said. So, thank God. So when I went back in, they were just lining up to have people come on stage to get their honors sashes. I was like third in line. If I was one space back, just one space back, I would not have made it. Because right when it was my turn, I felt it coming on again. My dad filmed this.
Oh no.
God.
He filmed this.
No.
I went on stage, I put a smile for, like, the audience when they put the sash on. I walked off stage, I immediately had to duck out the emergency exit.
Oh, man.
And my dad stopped the camera, and yeah. We went home right after that. Thankfully, I didn't do it again the rest of the day, but as soon as we got back, I just went right on the couch.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That actually kind of happened to me Saturday, is that I got, like, this sickness, it all happened, like, on Saturday within a span of a couple hours.
Jeez.
Because I was perfectly fine in the morning, but then when I went to go and take care of my animals that I normally do,
yeah.
I started feeling like my body felt extremely heavy, first off, and then my stomach felt weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, alright, I'm just going to finish up, because I was already almost finished up, so I'm just going to finish up, like, whoever needs food and then go. And I'm glad that I did, because by the time I came home, I immediately went upstairs to my bed.
Jeez.
So, and I don't know what caused it either. I think it's just been mucus buildup that's been building up ever since spring started.
Could be allergies,
It could be.
Yeah, because mucus
Honestly,
drainage is what's,
Like, I wasn't... When I went to... the first time I went to visit Miles, I was taking a ton of allergy medicines because there was a stray cat. I had just gotten back from a trip to Yuma with my co-workers where there was a stray cat in the office that the people I was traveling with insisted on going to pet every single fucking chance they got. So I was taking allergy medicine for that, and then I stayed with Miles, taking allergy medicine with his cat. As soon as I got back, like the next day, the first day without medicine, like, my whole face was just, like, dumping mucus out its every pore.
Well...
like, nothing holding it back.
Oh, by the way,
Yep. But yeah, like, when I was in college, the flu was like a 3-day affair. Day 1, I would, like, start to feel like an itch in the back of the throat. Day 2 would be what I like to call the death phase, which was the worst of it.
Yeah.
And then day
So
3 is like when it'll be like a regular cold, and then like maybe a cough would linger for like a couple of weeks after. But yeah,
That's what happened. Aside from the cough for weeks after, those were my symptoms when I had COVID.
well, this was not COVID because this happened before COVID. So
Yeah.
well, the flu and COVID are pretty similar. So like, I do not know for certain if I've ever had COVID because I've never went to go get tested, but I've had flu-like sicknesses, like, after COVID, too, so...
I took the test to prove it. I've had COVID twice.
Yeah,
I know for sure I've had COVID once.
Yeah,
I
I mean...
had COVID once, and it was the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, they have to hold me down and test me, otherwise it's gonna be it's better if I don't know kind of thing.
Yeah, luckily, both times I had it were after I was vaccinated, so it was basically like it just...
Well, yeah. Like,
one day of scratchy throat, one day of, full body fatigue, and then after that I was mostly fine. But still had to
Yeah,
quarantine.
like, I never got sick before, like, during, like, the height of the pandemic before the vaccines came out. Like, once, right before I got my second dose of the vaccine, because my work let me get it pretty early, once I had to stay home 10 days in isolation because I was in a room where there was a case.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta remember, like, the early days of COVID.
There was a, one night we went to Mystery Science Theater night. It might have been the night that I showed them the second Neil Breen movie, I Am Here Now. And someone mentioned, by the way, the next son of the message next morning, I just tested positive for COVID. Figured you should know. The host of the meeting quoted Neil Breen from that movie, saying, "This is not what I had intended for your species."
The human species.
Oops.
By the way, once we get to the top of this hotel, because I think it's going to take us to, like, meeting a new group of survivors, that'll probably be a good stopping point for tonight, since we're a little after 10 now.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Just gotta get past
Fair enough.
I have, like, this Hellfire axe that, like, seems to get more destructive the more I use it.
Sometimes you have a
Yeah, I've got a fire.
you might have a skill card that might be buffing it too, and also like maybe a perk on the weapon.
Yeah, I've got a fire axe also.
My character definitely had a perkaholic.
I just blew a zombie's leg off.
No, you got it.
Rip his head off.
Okay, I see. Oh, thank you.
Yep. Are you in?
Yep, I'm in.
Are you in or are you out?
It's
It's
you
It's you
who's
who's not
Tommy.
Tommy! Out of your mind!
Ow. If
Wrong
you're
answer.
with me, give a shout. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the Prince of Generosity.
What's that from again?
Aladdin and the...
Oh, Aladdin, King of Thieves. Now I recognize it.
Yeah, when the amazing Jerry Orbach as Saluf
Yeah.
is,
Easily the best villain from the Disney sequels.
well, and also, honestly, low-key, Are You In or Out is low-key an underrated Disney villain song.
Yeah. Well, all the songs in King of Thieves are pretty good.
Parker, yeah, I remember you
actually,
now. You're
you do-
Connor's student.
Can you do, like, the genie quote from Princess Thieves that I like so much, Nick?
King of Thieves, what genie quote?
The one, do not attempt to move. or we'll
Do
be-
not attempt to move or we'll be shooting ourselves. Genie! Back off, Al. This cretin's gotta yell she as long as my arm. Genie? Meet my dad. Stand down, man. Smoking you got him. If you're Al's dad and the King of Thieves, I guess that only means one thing. Yeah? Well, Will you be having the chicken or the sea bass?
That's funny.
And I'm glad they got Robin Williams.
They did.
For that.
Apparently, they did have the whole movie with Dan Castellaneta recording his dialogue, but then they redubbed him with Robin Williams, or so I've heard. But then again, I feel like they would have had to write a lot of the gags with Williams in mind because of his improv. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh yeah, you gotta come over here and we gotta climb over the...
Do not attempt to move or we'll be shooting ourselves.
Parker, I know you now. You're Connor student. He tells me you're brilliant. He also tells me you're lazy.
Brilliant but lazy.
I do love that callback.
In No Way Home.
In No Way Home.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so
How are you
good.
Peter, how are you doing?
How are you?
boy?
What? You're all grown up. How are you? And, like, the funny thing is, like, it's such a good moment because he's not only, it's like you can interpret it not only as him talking to Toby Spider-Man, he's basically talking to the kids who grew up with Toby Spider-Man.
That too.
That was so, like, honestly, Alfred Molina was the best, like, honestly, I think probably the best returning actor in that movie. And
By far.
And what's so funny is, though, Alfred Molina literally said the only reason he came back was the money. Like, he was flat out.
That was just, well, yeah, that was Kim Joshin.
Well, he was the first returning actor confirmed for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, eventually Willem Dafoe got leaked for Green Goblin, and then, like, so did the other villains. Like, they hid Toby and Andrew as much as they could.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm still pissed people are trying to leak the shit out of that movie. Like, can people just not be surprised anymore when they go to the movie?
Exactly.
Which is fair, but in my case, not that I ever attempted to ruin it for other people, but I ruined it for myself just because I wanted to know they were in. Because that was my big reason for going to the movie. And
I remember there was like I think it was a Christmas party we went to shortly after, like, my relatives were asking, or at least my cousin's husband was going, like, so are Toby and Andrew in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, once the movie came out, like, I looked for, like, the briefest confirmation I could find, just so I could still be surprised. Specifically, what I found was a leak of the backcracking scene.
I pretty much had confirmation because there was, like, someone was basically studying the packaging of some toys from No Way Home, and you could already see, like, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man on it.
Well, there were two big hints that indicated it. Like, the first was obviously the leaked scene of Andrew Garfield, and Andrew was, like, in complete denial mode anytime somebody brought it up. The other obvious thing people pointed out was so there's one scene in the trailer where they show, like, what's ultimately the three it's the three Spider-Men going up against the villains, but they edit out everyone except Tom. Well, one of the...
so obvious.
Yeah, it was obvious because, specifically, people point out, in a slightly extended version of that trailer, you can notice the lizard is being punched by nothing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
By the way, is it just me, or does this guy that they're talking to in the the guy they're calling Jimmy, he seriously dead ass looks like Frank Grillo.
Huh. I actually don't remember these characters. Oh wait, this doctor dude I remember, but
honestly, like, I'm sorry, but it's just like anytime I watch a zombie movie or horror movie adjacent with, like, this kind of character, I just wish it was Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Because like, Tony Todd playing a backstabbing CDC scientist would have been a great role.
Yeah. So I think my favorite scene from Molina in No Way Home was when he grabs two of the Spider-Man. He goes, "Leave them, they're mine." And Jamie Foxx's Electro, he's like, "Don't worry, I leave it to I got him this time. And then afterwards, Snatch grabs him, and he's like, Jamie Foxx is like, "What are you doing? Get off me!" And then he grabs the inhibitor chip that's to stop him using his powers, and he just goes, "There you go." It's such a good fake out. I loved it. I was like, oh no, are they gonna do the bullshit where he's back to being crazy? I was like, no, clearly not.
No, Doc Ock was just playing along, like...
Clearly, yeah.
Honestly, I remember being dead ass shocked though when they killed Aunt May. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ballsy.
It's not the first Spider-Man thing to do that in recent times, but yeah.
Of course, yeah. Can the Spider-Man come out to play?
Which that was also a fun callback.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that movie should have been the perfect opportunity to bring back that animatronic mask back. Remember when they were originally going to make his mask animatronic and look more faithful to the comics?
Yeah.
But they couldn't, so they had to resort to the mask that they used.
That would have been the but then they break it pretty early into the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they break it. I mean, that said, Willem Dafoe was, like, slipped back into it perfectly. Like, legit, the part where he does his famous Green Goblin laugh during their first fight, that gave me goosebumps.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But this is probably a stopping point for tonight.
Yeah.
No worries.
Trying to find you both.
Cool.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I just unlocked autophage skills, whatever.
Hello.
Which is an interesting new way to build up.
And goodbye.
Yeah, it's a new way to build your character. It's a risk versus reward kind of thing.
Have a taste everything this buns a beast stew.
Like the more like autophage skills you equip, the more like you incur like stronger abilities, but there's also some negative traits you inherit to offset it, so to where it's balanced. So yeah, it's just a new way to build character.
Alright.
I'm gonna have to put off eventually starting Claire Obscure because I was gonna stream and then Twitch decided to crash and then
Twitch decided man.
Yeah, Twitch decided to crash, so I'm like, well, that just killed me.
I saw that you were gonna stream it. I was like, yes, and then I heard that it crashed. I'm like, come on, man.
You like AVGN playing Silver Server? Yes, no.
Yep.
By the way, I just hit level 20.
Sweet.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh wow, my buddy Alan platinumed Pragmata.
Sweet.
Oh, Pragmata is incredible. I love it.
I like how Capcom's been on a winning streak.
I actually finished it recently. I'm gonna go back and 100% it. It is incredible.
Let's see, what big game deals did we have that are fun to...
You're browsing Al's Toy Barn.
Let's see. Marathon, fuck that.
Yep.
Let's see. Bloodborne, already have it. Dragon's Dogma 2, already
That's
have
good.
it.
Apparently, that's gonna be getting an animated movie, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
And they'll do anything. They'll do anything but port it. Or at least give it a 60 FPS update.
Yeah, people were noting the reason they're making the movie is because it's going to be in 24 FPS.
Ha!
Oh, hey,
Love that.
Violet's on sale for $40.
No. Don't.
No.
Don't.
No. If you have to get a Resident Evil rip-off game, get Daymare.
Like, I'll link you Code Violet's ending song. It's the only good part of that damn game.
I was like, I was gonna say, like, why did the song go so
the
hard?
Star Wars Battlefront collection.
Beats the hell out of me.
Oh, the
Ew,
Aspire one. Ooh.
The Aspire one?
Oh,
Garbage.
there's an update for Code Violet, something called Extinction Gauntlet mode.
It must be
3-stage gauntlet to win some awesome new unlocks: infinite ammo flintlock pistol and hard code phantom outfit set. So I guess
I'm guessing they made a rip-off of Operation Wipeout from Dino Crisis.
probably
Well,
yeah.
it sounds like you unlock an outfit that's designed to make the game hard, which sounds, I'm pretty sure, like Stellar Blade did, where like the lootest of the costumes is actually in hard mode, because like it spikes the difficulty when you're wearing it.
Oh wow, that I didn't know. Huh.
Let's see here, Dead Rising remake.
I downloaded another PlayStation game that someone was talking about, also basically building hype as another Code Violet level disaster. 1348X Voto. It looks like a Dark Souls ripoff set in medieval Italy.
Oh, good. Dark Souls.
Another game that's Gilson-like, huh?
Maybe. I don't. I didn't hear much about it. I just someone was commenting on the new console, the new bootleg review, saying that was like supposed to be one of the worst games of the year again.
Yoy.
Oh god, there's a VR game called Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. Like, they literally made a VR game based on the Disney theme park ride.
That's funny. Kind of ironic, too. It is ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Yeah, he became so powerful that the only thing he feared was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did.
I did love, though, the version that Rob Paul's and Seth Green do of the Anakin vs. Obi-Wan, where it's like, your anger and lust for power have already done that. You have allowed this Dark Lord to twist your mind until now you become the very thing you swore to destroy. And then Seth Green goes like, don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of the Jedi. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to my new empire. Your new empire don't make me kill you. Don't make me kill you.
That sounds more like Major Pain.
Well,
It does.
There was a best of Steam Greenlight trailers called Groovy Invaders where a guy was talking like this through the whole video, and Jim Stephanie's trailer was like, so Chris Griffin from Family Guy's made a video game, and then they try to imitate the voice while they read the description.
Oh, and it gets every better when Seth Green goes, you're not with me, you're my enemy. And then Rob Paulsen is already having a hard time keeping a straight face, and so like he literally cracks up like when trying to do the only Sith deals in absolute voice, and so because he's cracking up so hard, he immediately switches to Daffy Duck. He goes, only a fifth film in absolute.
I had no idea Rob Paulsen knew how to do Daffy.
Yep, he does.
Yeah, because I don't
reminds me of one of my favorite Daffy jokes where Daffy goes to the hotel desk and asks for a condom. The attendant asks him, "Would you like that on the bill?" He says, "Are you fucking stupid? I'll suffocate."
You're despicable.
It's one of my favorite Daffy Duck jokes. I love it. It's so good.
Oh, hey, one of the only decent Aspire remasters, Jedi Power Battles, is on sale for $8. Okay, seriously, can somebody talk to Aspire about compression? Because how is a PS1 game a game for the PS1? How is it almost 8 gigabytes?
That's insane.
Oh,
Well, it kind of reminds me of how Battlefront Classic Collection is like 50 gigabytes, 63 gigabytes.
Like, at least Republic Commando is only one. Okay, here's the thing. Republic Commando is an original Xbox title, so one generation.
One of my favorite shooters
of the PS1. The Aspire remaster is only 1.7 gigabytes. How is the Aspire remaster again of a PS1 game almost 8 gigabytes?
It's like the Aspire base their port on the Dreamcast version. That's still not a big difference in file size.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, now I gotta see
And it's funny because Bounty Hunter actually did have a PS2 Classics release. I don't know if that's still available now, but...
Yeah, well, like, I bought it way back.
Yeah.
Let's see, so... Oh yeah, it's almost 19... Bounty Hunter's almost 19 gigabytes because Republic... because
What the hell is
5
compression?
sides of the bundle. So again, Republic Commando is only about 1.7 gigabytes for the remaster, so to make up the so to get up to 20.79 gigabytes, that effectively means, yeah, Star Wars Bounty Hunter is almost 19 gigabytes.
Yeah, because what the hell is compression?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? Because, did you say Battlefront Collection was like 30 or 50 gigs?
Yeah, it
And on top
was.
of it being $35.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
And and the Battlefront Classic Collection is the only one that's never gotten a physical release. All the other Star Wars things Aspire did got physicals.
So that should tell you something.
Yeah.
That it sucks. Let's see what it is on PlayStation. Let's see. Yep, 50.74. Jesus fucking Christ! 50.74 gigs. How? Why?
Well, the Switch is generally better at compressing games than PlayStation is.
But seriously, how? How? I ask you. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the same people that fucked up Knights of the Old Republic 2. Which, by the way, Knights of the Old Republic 2 had or just the remasters in general, have never gotten a console release. I'm also noticed.
Knights of the Republic 1 and 2 were never on... Well, you can play them on Xbox through backwards compatibility. They were never made available for PlayStation.
Yep, you can never play them on PlayStation. And again, I know it's going to sound weird, but the KOTOR 1 remaster is actually not that bad. Shocking.
Well, I was playing a little bit of it through my Star Wars Heritage Pack on Switch. Like, it's funny that cartridge has 6 games on the cartridge, and then, of course, people were dooming about the Knights of the Republic games apparently being download codes. They're not. That you just have to download them with the cartridge inserted.
Uh-huh.
Yep, well, Mental Gents, hope you have a wonderful evening.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
Feel better,
Yeah,
Spectre. Feel better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been like this for like 4 days, and I hope this is the end of it.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Bye, y'all.
have a good one, guys.
See ya. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
Yep. I'm just... Hold on a second. Okay, this is a good spot. I'm gonna save the game. Actually, wait. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna save the game. Okay.